Another episode of Truax Outdoor Sports here. Wanted to apologize. We didn't end up getting a ice fishing video. We were out and we cleared off the stuff. We got the shanty up and everything else, but it was ended up just being a big old skunk. We had the kids out, which was a lot of fun. Drilled some holes through the ice. The problem is I don't have a Vexilar fish finder. And generally, if you're trying to find fish on the ice, it's best to have a fish finder because then you can just drill one hole, plop it down. Oh, do I see any fish? Nope. All right, move on to the next one until you actually see some fish. Generally, when you're ice fishing without a fish finder, and some people, of course, will disagree with me, but when you're fishing without a fish finder, you kind of are stuck with the holes that you drill unless you want to drill a whole bunch. I mean, it might be easier with a power auger, but once again, I have a hand auger, so it is what it is. So anyways, I wanted to make some content for you guys, and I got to thinking we have just started developing a hiking / camp bag / bug out bag kind of thing. Basically, a bag we take when we're out hiking, foraging, fishing, hunting, anything, so that way we can have the essentials in case something should happen or if we have to camp or anything like that. And so I figured I could take you guys through this bag here. And kind of show you what we've got in there so far, and then of course we're going to be building on that too. I know we've got a couple of tree hammocks that we don't currently have in the bag that we're going to be putting in the bag, but kind of get an idea of, hey, what's some of the stuff that you guys could bring on your adventures that makes you prepared and be ready for things. So let's get started with that. So first, I got this bag. I just picked it up at Dunham's. It's actually a rather cheap hiking bag. It's got the waterproof outside layer and everything, so that's nice. It's got some different places to carry from. A lot of straps, which is really good. Anyways, so this is the bag. You guys probably saw it on our Tequamanon video. I carried it with us there. And so now let's go through what's some of the stuff that we've got. So first, I keep this kind of hung out right here in that little loop, just a hatchet. You don't have to go expensive on a hatchet. They're pretty much generally just a sharp piece of metal on a stick. Makes it easy to make kindling, especially you don't want to use your knife to baton wood if you don't have to because it puts a lot of stress on your knife. And so if you have a little camp hatchet with you, it's really helpful to use. And so it allows you just to make really good kindling. To start fires easier, so hatchet's a good thing to have. All right, so in this pocket here, I think currently all we have is got a flashlight, good LED flashlight, and good thing to have. Always should have one of those, no matter what you're doing. And then this pocket, you guys probably can't see any of this. And then this pocket over here, so I'll re-show you that flashlight just in case, because I don't think you guys got to see that. So that's the flashlight there. It's helpful. It's LED, all that fun stuff. That one's really cool. So it has a UV filter, or a UV to make an ultraviolet light, basically, and that will allow you to find what are called Uper lights. If you're out looking for rocks and things, you can kind of shine it, and Uper lights will glow. Really cool rock there. But anyway, so in this side pocket over here, we do have our knives. I like to have a variety of knives with me. This one right here is just a little multi-tool. It's got a couple of features. It's got some screwdrivers, corkscrew, things like that on there. You never know what you're going to need, so a good little multi-tool is always a decent thing to have. And then next is this Rapala fillet knife here in this leather sheath. Just a nice little simple fillet knife. It's got the wood. It's bendable, and it works really well for filleting fish. And so always good to have a decent fillet knife with you. And now this next one, actually, this next knife here, I've had this knife for 11 years. And I'm going to say, for the money, this knife right here is the best knife that I think you can buy. I mean, it's just shocking how good this knife is for being how cheap it is. So first of all, this is a Cold Steel Fin Bear knife, and it's made by Cold Steel. You can tell how old this is because they no longer make these type of sheaths. I really like this sheath, but now they come in a Kydex sheath, which some might prefer. I don't know that I'd prefer a Kydex sheath with this knife, but I really do like this sheath. I like this knife. The thing I like about this knife is, first of all, I've had it for 11 years. I have gutted deer with this. I have cut roots. I have whittled. I have batoned. I have gutted fish and everything in between. And if you can see, hopefully you guys can see that pretty well there. It's absolutely amazing how well this knife from Cold Steel has handled everything. The crazy thing about this is really I think it's like under $25. So this knife for under $25 has been my favorite thing. And the handle, the way the handle's designed, I don't know if you can see it, just this really beautiful, easy design, and it just fits in your hand. It's super simple. I like that. I've got big hands. It fits right in my hand really well. I don't get any slipping or anything. Just have always loved this knife. I've used it, like I said, for like 11 years now, and I do not regret buying this. Best 25 for 20 or under that I've ever spent. So I give high praises to the Cold Steel Finbear there. That's the logo, if you can see that. And this knife is something else. I absolutely love this knife. So go out and get one if you're looking for a knife and you're like, hey, what's a good survival knife to have? This Cold Steel Finbear is the way to go if you're looking for just, a budget knife that will, I mean, really, this holds up to any expensive knife that I've ever used. Love this knife. So this is my favorite belt knife. Take it with me hunting, everything. So yeah, so that's the knife pocket there. And it's always good to be prepared with that kind of stuff. And so let's see what's in the big pocket here. Warning now, if you're offended by guns, I apologize. There are guns going on, and I'm not offended by guns, so it is what it is. But it is a survival show, it's not a survival show, outdoor show. So if you're going outdoor, I guess the first part we'll show you there is the gun that we've currently got. So this used to be my wife. She wanted a smaller gun, and so we got her a smaller gun, and now this is our camp and defense weapon. It's an FMK, really cool company out of California, which is kind of crazy. And they've got all this wonderful patriotic stuff going on. If I can unclip the sheath here, on the weapon itself. So that's the FMK that we carry in there. Make sure you have a CPL if you're carrying in a backpack. You cannot carry concealed just because you're out in the woods. So make sure you have your CPL. But I have my CPL and everything, so it's good. But yeah, this is an FMK, beautiful gun, 9mm, just in case. There's bears out there, there's crazy people, and when you're camping, when you're out there in the wilderness, you've got to rely on yourself. So anyways, that's what we have for really safety and self-defense out in the bush, and we keep it sheathed and everything. And please, 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 please practice gun safety if you do choose to carry. But like I said, make sure, and looks like I'm getting a phone call. That's all right, they'll leave a message. Like I said, make sure if you do carry, especially in a backpack, you have a CPL. Both my wife and I do. And then we've got our extra magazine right here, just in case. Great gun to have. So that's in there. I don't think I have anything else in that pocket. And then in the main pocket in here, we've got just a nice little tarp. It's a good thing to have. Haven't broken into it, haven't needed to yet. Like I said, this is mostly for emergency stuff. Got some paracord, some just white, normal paracord there. This is important to have with you guys. Starting fires in the wilderness without a match or a lighter is very difficult, and you have to be practiced at it. Don't think for a second you're going to get a magnesium fire starter and you're going to be able to just light a fire out in the woods without anything. So that being said, there's things that can make it a heck of a lot easier. And so I got these fire sticks, and you kind of break these up a little bit, and then you use this on it, and then it will ignite, and then you can put your kindling on it and make starting a fire infinitely easier with one of these. Because using this, I'm telling you, you're going to try and try and try and try. It'll probably take you an hour to an hour and a half. It could be less, but generally about an hour to start your first fire with one of these, just because it's very difficult. But using these, it's almost like having a lighter and match. And so these are fire sticks, and basically I think it's like just meshed up fire with some kind of petroleum inside of it or something that makes it light really well. And then you can just, like I said, crumble it up, light it on fire with one of these, and then put some kindling on top of it and have your fire. So that's important. And then of course you need something to, once you have the fire, to cook anything that you get, or clean the water by boiling and everything. So we've got a cool little camp set here. Haven't used it yet. Just got some pans and a pot there, and even a measuring cup and everything. So that's kind of cool. You can just get that at Walmart and everything. But what's nice is it kind of closes up well. So let's get this stuff back in here. Alrighty, so that's currently what's in our bag. Now, of course, we are planning on we have 2 hammocks that we're going to put in there. I'd like to put a tent in there, and that's currently what our idea is, other than, well, obviously, we should probably have a first aid kit too, which we do not have in there yet, but we will, and a life straw. I want to get one of those life straw filters that allow you to drink from any water source, and it's filtered so that way you're safe to drink it. So those are a couple things I'd like to add. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think we should add. Would really like to add those things that I mentioned, but if there's anything that you guys think we should add in a carry bag like that, love hearing the extra ideas. Oh, another thing I think I was going to put in was some fishing line and whatnot, but yeah, if you've got any ideas, we'd love to hear them. So I'm hoping in 2 weeks to maybe do a steelhead fish. Buddy of mine who's also a contributor to Truex Outdoors, Sean, is going to try to see and look into getting us into a steelhead fish. Hopefully it's from a boat, which is a lot more fun, or we will do one off ashore too, which is really his forte, and he really likes to do that. And so we'll do one of those. We'll either steelhead fish from a boat or from shore, but we'll try to get some footage and catch some fish and have you guys have fun with us. But other than that, another thing though, I was thinking about doing a winter camp. We probably have about another month and a half of pretty hard winter here in northern Michigan. So if I can get 150 subscribers, which is a lofty goal. So to be honest, I really don't want to go camping out in the winter. If I could get 150 subscribers though, I will do a overnight winter camping video where we'll use some of those fire sticks. We'll use the fire starter. We'll use the hatchet, and we'll show you guys some of the stuff that we do to be able to use those, and we'll cook on the fire and everything and have a good time. But I like being warm, so don't want to do it, but if I get 150 subscribers before the winter's up, I will do a overnight winter camping exposition or adventure rather. So anyways, thank you so very much for joining. Please like this video. Subscribe, especially if you want to see me do that, and leave the comments for the YouTube algorithm. They really like to have comments now, is apparently a big thing. And so leave some comments, and thank you so very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.